Well, now that I've been officially born a woman reduced to a fucking man, I would say I'm totally against women, okay? I really don't think, after all the shit I've been through in this lifetime, that any woman should have any fucking rights. And if we backdate all this shit, I think women need to stay at home, and the only rights they have is a roof over their fucking head, a 3 square meals a fucking day, the right to have children at the discretion of a man, and they are quarantined to single households because they don't know how to mind their own fucking business. Okay? That's where I'm at. Fuck women's rights. Women's rights gave women the right to enter other women's homes and pass judgment without knowing the full facts and circumstances in what that woman and those children are dealing with. And then they cause havoc. Women should not have. They need to revoke women's rights, okay? Based on the shit I've been through. Now, with that set aside, let's go back to Livingston County, New York. The crux of all cruxes in my fucking life, okay? They have something that they completely and totally and utterly continue to ignore, okay? It dates back to the recognition of 1935, when they were told that they have a severe issue with the quality of water and it is not consumable, but they have yet to remedy the situation. So let's go through this, and if they fail to make proper movement as they have done in the past, there's nothing I can do about it, okay? I can only raise up the concern because their focus is on killing military veterans and destroying people's livelihoods, the structure of a family. That's their MO, okay? There's two Burke, U, low, cis. Okay? Going back to the structure of the Iroquois as it once was. Braves were the men that carried the blood forward. Warriors were required to. They didn't want to have families, okay? They wanted to stay in the wild and just carry forth orders, okay? Warriors never had families by their own choice. They never wanted to be classified as a man. The braves were the men that had all the skills and the abilities to protect their family just like warriors, but they had children, okay? Crackling the truth right there. About time the universe fucking clinks in with me, okay? So let's go back to the little sick seed brought forth by the Seneca, which was, it's okay, Kay, Mary Jemison. Her jealous, insane sickness for women that had attention through the arms of protection with warriors, okay? So her big thing was she wanted to fuck the warriors, okay? She wanted to break the fucking structure of the Iroquois by offering up sex to warriors who were already identified as warriors. And in order to maintain that warrior status, they had to, once you have children, you have fucking children. Now you're brave. It's like a reduction, okay? It's like a demotion, all right? So she was one of the women that came here that started reducing warriors to men. All right? So, and her little brain frequency was, since she had a child with a warrior, making her like one of the first women to have a child with a warrior, that she didn't want any woman to have any type of authority over her. All right? So in her brain thought process, she gained momentum from people on the opposite side, promising them land on this side. And she got them to convince the braves that they needed to be tested for a disease that was carried over by the people from where she came from, okay? Like England, Ireland, whatever. So they all went in for testing for this disease, but they never came out. All right? They all fucking just died. And they had families, so the braves that carried the blood forward died. That mountain, they call it Snake Hill in Mount Morris. It was the biggest tuberculosis clinic of that time and that era. And underneath all that dirt is the dead bodies, never clearly, they covered it up with rocks and dirts and planted trees and shit, but that's not what should have taken place. So all those braves are intact underneath that fucking shit, okay? They got Department of Social Services buildings up on top. They got the American Salt Mine a short distance from there where they're digging underneath. They got the man-made Genesee River. That's not the original Genesee River, okay? They made that shit. So they're digging underneath. That's getting into the water. The disease they claim they brought through, but they actually killed the braves, okay? They fucking killed them to cut back on future bloodlines, okay? Because once those women were able to sexually entice, or what's the fucking word I'm looking for? They seduced them. Women from fucking across the fucking water seduced the warriors. Okay? And then they made children with them. And when they did that, those warriors were reduced to braves. And when they went to consult with the other braves of their blood, those people were gone, already eliminated. And she is the one that orchestrated all that fucking shit. That grave needs to be fucking dug up. I got some animals on standby. They're gonna take down her fucking soul, okay? Done with this shit. P.S. Women should never have any legal standing or rights because they don't know how to behave. They have a sickness called jealousy, and I don't carry that sickness. I was not born with it. So that sets me aside from them, and they can see that, and that's why they are on the attack with me.